Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Seth. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. And today we have the second banner of this upcoming patch, which is tomorrow, I think. And yeah, let's get right into it. That's right, it is June, and what June means for Japan is June bride outfits up the wazoo in every single other gacha game. This game is no exception. We have two new memorias, the bride Satsuki Mari and the bride Oshima Ichiko. So first, let's talk about the bride Satsuki Mari. She is a Ice Pierce attacker. Her EX skill costs 14 SP. It is a 4-hit ice attack that is plus 30% HP effective. If at turn start and the enemy is at 200% devastation rate or higher, you get a big damage hit count buff, and 30% becomes 50% HP effective. She also gets a normal skill that costs 9 SP. It is nothing to talk about. It's just an AoE ice damage that does plus 30% HP. So I talked about this type of Memoria before regarding the whole 200% devastation rate requirement when Onsen Nina came out a little while ago. And although I said the things that I said about Onsen Nina, Bride Mari has way more use than Nina. Her damage scaling is a lot higher due to being single target, and although has the same requirement, Mari has more utility than Nina. But there is one glaring problem, and that is the lack of flexibility in team composition Mari has. You absolutely need to run Edohide in some sort of way, whether it is SS1 or SS2, and we all know SS1 is not good at all. So that leaves you with just SS2 Edohide for the time being. And this is because she is currently the only Ice Blaster in the game. You also need SS1 Mari since she can give herself a Ice Field, which will increase her damage significantly. You can argue getting to 200% is not that bad without a blaster, but try it out for yourself and you'll realize how many turns you're going to be wasting normal attacking and using other skills to try and get to 200%. Also, the enemy needs to be at 200% devastation rate at turn start, meaning you won't get the extra damage from Mari if the enemy reaches 200% in the same turn as she's attacking. Since Edohide and Mari both get large hit count buffs in their kit, Union is actually not necessary for the first time ever. Later on, you could replace Edohide with SS2 Nakamura Yuri or SS1 Iwasawa Masami, but they are both limited time collab characters, so your only common option is Edohide SS2. So overall, with Edohide and SS1, she is A tier, just Edohide is B plus tier, and just SS1 is C plus tier. If you have neither of those, neither SS1 or Edohide, she is probably C or C minus tier. Next, we have the bride Oshima Ichiko. She is a Fire Crush defender. Her EX skill costs 16 SP. She exposes enemy vulnerabilities, which is fragile debuff. She gives it to the enemy for 2 turns, then does a 5-hit fire attack that scales off vitality. If the enemy is taunted, the SP cost is halved. She also gets a normal skill that costs 3 SP. It raises her own vitality for 2 turns and then taunts the enemy. Bride Ichigo is one of those defenders that don't actually defend and does damage based on vitality instead, just like Maid Aoi. Because of this, she has really high scaling and does a lot of damage at the cost of not having plus 30% or plus 50% HP or DP effectiveness. This does lower her overall damage a little bit compared to other good attackers or breakers, but keeps her damage consistent for DP and HP alike. Her normal skill also buffs her EX skill damage by raising her own vitality and also taunts the enemy, which reduces the cost of her EX skill by half, which is very important since her EX skill costs a whopping 16 SP. Stacking her normal skill twice still costs less than using her EX skill alone, so it is better to just stack it twice to get the most out of her damage. The fragile debuffs also helps increase the damage, and it's a little odd that she has a debuff in the middle of her EX skill, but hey, more damage is more damage. If you also have her SS1, you can interject a nice fire skill damage and defense buff to help you do more damage while helping you stay alive while the enemy is taunted. Her damage numbers seem good on paper, but compared to Maid Aoi, who gets totems, and Lorita Sugaya, who gets a hit count buff, Ichiko does a little bit less damage than the two of them. Also, since it only hits 5 times, you should probably bring someone with a hit count buff like the almighty Union. Overall, she gets a B tier from me. She is still good, not great or overpowered, just plain good. The Memoria is still really pretty and would be a great pickup if you do like Oshima Ichiko. Same can be said with Satsuki Mari. Overall, the June Bride Memorias are pretty mid. They still do good damage respectively, but you do need a lot of requirements to make them very good, like good debuffers, good buffers. That can be said for all Memorias, but it is especially prevalent in this case. So yeah, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. But if you do love the June Bride Memorias, because they are one of the best outfits in the game, not gonna lie, go for it, man. Just go for it, pull it. Who cares what the meta thinks? I'm just here to maybe sway your opinion in one way or another. But if it doesn't sway your opinion, then good on you, man. Do what you want. So thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.